Hello everyone. So today we are going to learn about the endospores. So what are endospores? Endospores are some seed-like formations or spore-like formation produced in a bacteria, some kind of bacteria. Mainly some gram-positive bacteria produce these endospores. So how these endospore formation happens or takes place, we will going to see about that. So when bacterial cell is when it happens to be in very extreme or extreme dangerous harmful conditions like in extreme temperature, pH, or extreme pressure is applied to a bacterial cell, or temperature is raised above its capacity. Any condition which is not optimal for a bacteria, which challenges the survival of a bacteria, then at this condition there is some kind of survival mechanism that bacteria produces. So this is one type of survival mechanism of a bacteria, we can say, and all bacteria cannot produce these endospores. There are some bacteria like gram positive bacteria, some of the gram positive bacteria that can produce endospores in a extreme condition where bacterial cell cannot survive. So this is the survival mechanism of that bacteria. This is the structure of an endospore. Let's say this is a bacterial cell, the mother bacterial cell, and we introduced some kind of a condition where bacterial cell will die or cannot live further. So we are providing this cell with very extreme conditions like temperature, pressure, less nutrients. We are not giving enough nutrients to this bacterial cell to survive. Let's say that we are creating this condition for bacterial cell that this bacterial cell should not survive. So in this condition, many of the bacterial cells will die, but the bacterial cell which are capable of producing this endospore, the survival mechanism, that will survive. So this is a mother cell bacteria, and we are providing the conditions which are not optimal to survive this. Some extreme conditions we are providing to this bacteria. So at this condition, some kind of a gram positive bacteria, what they will do it, they will produce some seed-like formation, spore-like formation inside the cell. That's why it is called an endospore. So that formation will be produced, which we call the endospore inside the cell. So this is the structure of endospore, which consists of a spore coat, exosporium, and cortex, and this is the DNA. So basically, the main or important function of a endospore is to protect the genome or protect the genetic material of that bacteria. And why they protect the genetic material? Because what happens is, let's say in extreme conditions where conditions are not suitable for bacteria, that bacteria will produce this endospore, this formation, this structure. And what happens is, when conditions become suitable, let's say optimal conditions are produced again, then at that point of time, this endospore will again form the bacterial cell, or it will again transform into the vegetative live cell. So that's the speciality of this endospore. That endospore is that it can transform into a vegetative cell, normal bacterial cell, when the conditions are optimal. So this is very special mechanism. So what happens is, when conditions become very less or very harmful for survival, they form the endospore, and when conditions are suitable or optimal, they again transform into a vegetative cell. There is an example of a tetanus microorganisms. We know the disease tetanus caused by some microorganism. So what happens in that case is, when we touch, or when some rusted iron is get injected in our body, or we get injured by that rusted iron. So what happens is that there are some spores spores present than on that rusted iron, and when they get inside our body, they get optimal condition so that they produce a vegetative bacterial cell which will cause us a tetanus. So this is the example of a endospore. How can they transform into a vegetative bacterial cell when they get a suitable conditions for them to survive. So this is all about the endospore. So that's it for today, guys. Please don't forget to subscribe my channel, like and share, please. Thank you.